August 20. Finally, I got the subjects that I need, so I checked it out. And here's the story with my 3D animation professor. Let me reenact what our interaction was like. Hello, sir. I would like to allow me to submit my missed assignment. There was a technical issue that prevented me from entering class. My professor said, just move on and concentrate on the next plate. Okay, so what are we supposed to animate? We are done with modeling. That's why we will be animating the character you've made last sem. Ah, I see. Thank you, professor. You're not my professor last sem. At the end of the day, I can't blame him. It's just really bad coincidence. But that means I need to make a 3D model, a 3D character within 1 week with no experience. Luckily, I made this Elise character sheet just for practice a few weeks ago. So I immediately jumped into it and made the 3D model. Well, you might be wondering, you don't have to make complex 3D characters your first model. You could just make a basic character with no clothes for the semester. It will only take 2 to 3 days to finish with no pressure. But my hands are tied for 2 specific reasons. Number 1, I made the promise to myself that everything that I do is related to my series, The Heaven of Magic Science. Right now, it might not be the best time to share the story that I have. Well, it's not yet finished and I don't have much of a following in social media. So, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. With enough support, I could go completely independent on commissioning artworks and focus on my series. By the way, rula.artistry@gmail.com for commission inquiries. Thank you. Number 2, I have a pact which cannot be named. I didn't name this pact, by the way. My friends and I made a challenge or promise to do something new within a year or else there will be punishment. My promise to them is I'll make a 3D anime character. It's specifically anime, so I cannot just make a T-pose 3D character with no clothes on. So, on Steam, there is a method where you can completely remove the game from your Steam library. That's my punishment. All the games that I have played will be removed. If I want to play that game again, I have to pay it. Lastly, I felt good thinking that I'll once again contribute to my longtime series. I felt energized on this noble quest. But that's just my opinion a few weeks ago. Watch till the end of the video if you want to know my opinion now. But thank God, there are a lot of videos regarding modeling an anime character. These are all thanks to Shonzo and Yan Sculpts for the insightful videos. Jumping on the project, there are things that I have learned. And I can confidently say that I was, for the most part of this project, I was overconfident. I had attempt on shoes, body, hands, on making the model without even looking at videos or tutorials, and I immediately regretted doing that and searched for some materials. Let me tell you, if you're unsure about something, you should search it. A beginner like me shouldn't make things without some form of reference. It's like a very big flaw as an artist, so better don't do that. Day 1, I was satisfied with the progress. I made a decent head, and that's when the overconfidence just took over. Day 2 to 5. Feeling that I could finish on time, I continued making the hair. The progression here was pretty good because I did use a reference and have the necessary knowledge to do it. Honestly, day 2 to 3 was great. But that progression had come to an end. What comes up must come down. That fatal flaw of getting too confident. I tried modeling the body, hands, and shoes with no research. And it ate so many hours to count that I had to remove the footage. At the end of day 5, my character doesn't have clothes nor feet. At this point, I was absolutely screwed. There's only 2 days left before my animation class starts, and my character doesn't even have clothes yet. All hope was lost. I was ready to accept I'll just have to explain to my wonderful professor that I don't have my model yet, or maybe I'll just do with this model. A character with no feet nor clothes. But that was extremely disrespectful for my original character and the culture she's from. You see, Elise is a shamaness or Angakok from Greenland. She has a noble job of cleansing the soul. She sings and dances for rituals. She was born to succeed his grandfather, the great shaman. She lived on a very high social pressure, but she still pursues the goal of an Angakok. It is to melt those whose heart was frozen, freeing them from the cold, cold darkness. Not going all in and just giving up would just make my series, The Heaven of Magic Science, just a bad, unfinished product. The stakes are on. For my animation class, the promises that I made with my friends, and the OC's dignity. It's time to grind with no sleep on day 6. Day 6. There's nothing much I could tell you about day 6 since I just applied all the lessons I learned from day 1 to 5, but I did get some interesting findings. When I was making clothes for Elise, there are some things that I just realized, and a good lesson for anyone wanting to do 3D. Flat character designs on 2D would look extremely different when made in 3D. Designs may look great on paper, on flat 2D, but there are little cases where it won't necessarily look good. Specifically, the little cloak on the back of Elise and the skirt. I do wish I had taken some precautions when making this design. So at the end of the day, if you want a good character design and you plan it to be used on 3D, you must test the design on 3D. Check if the silhouette on various views looks good and recognizable. It doesn't have to be detailed. It doesn't have to be fully detailed 3D model. You just have to check if the silhouette of the design looks good. It's a very valuable lesson for me because I don't draw character design that often. Now, the question is, did I make it in time? And if you're wondering if I had succeeded, well, this video wouldn't exist if I had failed. Allow me to present you Elise in 3D. Let's go, baby! And it's done! And we're at the end of the video. Well, I guess day 7 is tomorrow, and I'm off to meet my professor. Comment down below if you enjoyed the video and would like to see more content in the future. Well, that's it for me. Jesus Christ.